So how this all came about was in response to what I needed to produce for a new musical outfit I'm part of. It's a duo called Amify, and it's myself writing the music and a vocalist called Amy Phoenix, who's doing all the vocals and all the singing. So we wanted to produce some videos to go along with this. There's two of us, and once I'd made the music, I realized that I'd need about 11 people, and that's being conservative, not counting the 50 backing singers we could use. 11 people for a stage show to make this come to life for a live performance, which we intend to do, but one day, not yet. We've got to actually get the music out there first, and we've actually recently signed, really excitedly, to Wormhole Death, which is a label in Europe run by Carlo Bellotti. And it's a label that's going to be taking our music for digital distribution all around the world, primarily for Europe, the US, Japan, just anywhere where you can get access to online distribution. So along with that comes the visual aspect of what we're going to do. And I had an idea, being a filmmaker, that I could produce something that could be really cool and unique, and just even though it's just the two of us, somehow bring a visual experience that involves 11 people, performed by myself, Amy, and the amazing drummer Ant, who between the three of us, we actually played multiple roles within the band. So Ant, the drummer, he did the electric drums and the real drums. Amy did the backing singers, all three of them, the main vocals obviously as well, and the keyboardist. I also did the bass, both guitars, and the other keyboard. So between the three of us, we had 11 people on stage. So how to achieve this, of course, was with Greenscreen. And I thought of some ideas of how to make this happen. The first thing was to obviously film ourselves individually and shoot ourselves from different angles, because I didn't want to have just a front-on shot, which involved just one camera. I'm fortunate enough to have access to multiple cameras from Blackmagic, because they're just an amazing company that they've let me these cameras to use. And I've managed to capture all three of us in our different incantations. So the idea behind it was that I'd have a massive wide shot, a big stage that showed all 11 people from front facing. Then I'd have close-ups on each person. Then I'd have slight left profile, slight right profile, and also extreme right or extreme left profile for the performers, like the guitar necks and the keyboard, the fingers, the close-up of the drummer. So that way I could actually make it put together like it's a real show, like you're actually looking at a live concert. And what we did is we shot all that for every single song on this album. The album's called Lost Not Hiding by Amify. So when you look at this shot and you see it's a massive expanse on this huge stage, which was also produced using composite footage that I shot. For example, the stage flooring is just a little leather ottoman. There's also the big screen, which was just a picture frame that I have in my house. So I just got that, I filmed this picture frame close up. I then used my actual speakers. I've got some powered large speakers here at home. I shot them from different angles and nice and close up. I've got obviously a few props here and there, like where the shooting, the sparklers come up, the pyrotechnics. That's just a lampshade on the stage, you know. And obviously then I filmed some smoke elements with some black background, and I just alpha channel those, and I put them in front and behind the players. Then I got a bunch of just random sort of stage lighting effects to give the impression that there's a lighting show going on as well. And I positioned them again between players. So in front of the drummers, the lights would shine across, but they wouldn't shine across the front stage. So it's like it's in the middle of the stage, just to give it some depth and give it just that little bit of, you know, a bit of trickery to make it look like the lights are actually happening on this stage that has depth, which of course it didn't. It's just a post-production stage. And of course the visuals, which you see every now and then on the back, the big screen, their visuals I produced with the aid of AI. So I produced these visuals for every single song. And as most of you know, how the AI generator works, where you give it some information of what you want the scene to look like or what the footage to play out like. So I produced a scene for every single song, different theme, had that rendered out, and I put that, and the idea behind that was to make that for when we actually do the live shows, is to have these visuals behind us to help, provide the visual experience, some cool, ambience. But then I thought it would be cool to have it in this video. So I've used them on the big screen behind us on the stage. So anyway, 40 hours of raw, B-raw footage later, and about 7 terabytes of space needed. I have everything I need now to put this together. And the first single, the first music video that's coming out as part of Amify is a song called Coward's Way Out. So between the shots I took of Amy and myself in my little studio, with her writing in the book and me just playing and running around like an idiot, and then the shots of the stage, we've managed to put together a pretty cool little video and using some glitch effects and lighting leaks and stuff like that. Anyway, it's a process, but I'm excited to see how it's turned out because it's really worked. It looks like, I mean, you can tell obviously there's some, unusualness to the way it looks, given that it's a completely green screened 11-person fake stage, and unless you really know about it, you probably wouldn't think first thing, oh, this is a completely green screened composited shot. You think there's something going on, but you wouldn't probably jump to that conclusion, which is what I hope. I hope it's not so obvious that it's green screened. That's like anyone who does VFX, they hope it's not so obvious. So that was my goal. So with Amify, our job is to try and get this to come across as an entertainment piece, obviously for visuals, and also for me as a filmmaker, to really give me something to sink my teeth into from a creative point of view, but also from a logistics point of view and how to produce something like this and moving forward for future roles and future jobs. I have now a skill set that I had to develop to make this happen because I haven't really seen this done before, whereas I've just made it all with the multiple cameras on the green screen and I've made this show. And it's been a process, but it's been a real cool learning curve. And I think moving forward, both for Amify and for me as a filmmaker, with the massive help from Blackmagic, I just can't wait to see what the future holds.